Is your measurement precise? Today we'll talk about how you know if your measurement is precise. So what does the word precise mean? Think about it for a second. Precise means the most accurate or the most exact measurement. For example, when you measure something, it means that you're careful and you use the smallest possible units. So let's take a look at this cup. If you were going to measure this cup, what unit would you use? Think about how big a cup is, a normal size coffee cup. Would you use inches? Yeah, inches would be a good unit to use. Feet are bigger than this cup, so inches would be better because they're smaller. What about yards? Yards are bigger than feet, so they probably would not be the best unit to use to measure the cup. How about centimeters? Centimeters are tiny units, so you could use centimeters if you were going to measure this cup. And how about meters? Would you use a meter stick or a meter to measure this cup? Probably not. That's also a large unit. Take a look at this bed. If I was going to measure the length of this bed, which is down here by this pink arrow, this part of it, what unit would I use? Centimeters? Probably not. The bed's pretty long, and centimeters are pretty tiny. Meters probably wouldn't be the best either, because again, a meter stick is long, and it's smaller than the bed. Feet would be a good unit to use when you're measuring your bed. What about yards? Yards are a little long for the bed. And inches? Inches would be another good unit to use for the bed. Take a look at this picture of the city. If you wanted to measure the length of the whole street, what unit could you use? Yards? Yards would be a good one. A street is a long thing to measure, and yards are big units. What about centimeters? Centimeters probably wouldn't be the best unit to use here. They're teeny tiny. It would take you a really long time to measure this street in centimeters. What about feet? Again, feet are small. This road is a long way. If you had to use feet, you could. I would use feet before I would use something smaller, but it's probably not the best unit to use. Meters? Meters would be a good unit to use. Again, meters are another large unit. What about inches? Inches would not be the best unit to use here because the street is so big. Remember, you always want to use the smallest possible unit, but you also want to measure efficiently. If I wanted to, I could measure from here to Orlando in centimeters, but it would take me a really, really long time. So there are better units to use. Exit ticket. Which units could you use to get a precise measurement of a tree? Think about a tree, think about how big it is. Which of these could you use? Write your answer down and send it to me in a message.